so you're going to take your slip pocket piece, whatever size your pattern says to have. You're going to fold it in half, and you are going to stitch down each of the short sides. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance here. And once done that, on your folded edges, you're just going to trim the corners off within the seam allowance, just so we can get a nice and easy point when we turn this through. Turn it right side out. And poke out those 2 corners so they're nice and sharp. And then you're going to take this to your iron and give it a good press. Okay, so that's done. So now you're going to take your decorative vinyl strip. I cut mine to 1.5 inches and I mark a 3/4 inch halfway mark on the piece, and then I run a piece of double-sided tape on the long raw edges. Okay, then remove the paper backing from the bottom strip of double-sided tape. Then you're going to take the raw edge of your slip pocket and you are going to line it up with that center line and stick it down to the tape. And then remove your other piece of double-sided tape and fold it down and around, enclosing that raw edge, lining up your vinyl long edges best you can. Now this does leave your vinyl raw edges raw. You could go ahead and you can use edge coat if you wanted to make it a little neater. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this to the machine and we're going to top stitch along the bottom raw edge here and then again along the folded edge. Okay, so that is done and we've cut both sides. Now you can trim up the vinyl, being very careful not to cut the folded sides of the fabric. Okay, then we need to find our halfway mark. Now my piece here is 9 inches, so I am going to draw a halfway mark at 4.5 inches with my chalk. And then I'm going to take my lining panel piece and, as per whichever pattern you're doing, place it up from the bottom as your pattern states, nice and centered. Okay, so I know my pocket piece is 9 inches long, so I'm just going to put the 4.5 inch mark at the center point of my panel, and then I can just line this up with my ruler like that to the 9 inches. And then you just secure that with a few pins. No pins in the vinyl though, just in the cotton pieces. Okay, and then we're going to take this to the machine and top stitch it on right here, back stitching, going all the way down here across the bottom, and about 1/8 of an inch away from the center line, go up, go over 1/8 of an inch away on the other side of the center line, over and up, and finish it off. Make sure you back stitch at the start and stop. And have your needle down whenever you go around the corners. And you'll see how I have my foot about 1/8 of an inch away, and I am lining up that top stitch with the very top stitch line. And back stitch. And then I just went and put in 3 rivets just to help secure our seams there, backed with some Decorative heavy, and we have 2 functioning slip pockets.